Start recording.
It's recording.
Okay, this is the explanation of the problem we have. This is a DX9 Spectrum model, and this is a built C84. I lightly glued down the leads because when you touch them, it was jittery and was not working properly, and it's all wired correctly according to the manual. So I will follow the sequence as described in the manual. First, I will connect the battery. Here, video this, connect the battery. And what will happen is that the wing will go into the horizontal mode. Okay, and the manual says to disconnect the battery and put in a jumper cable. So I'll disconnect the battery, put in a jumper plug into the port here, like so, and then connect the battery. This is the manual calibration process. You'll notice that there's a green flashing light. Okay, then what we do is we pull the lever to the lower left and that light will turn red. You can see that now it's turned red. Okay. Can let go and then disconnect the battery and take out the jumper cable. Jumper plug. Okay, now turn it back on. Now it's on. Okay, so now in the video installation guide, this should allow the aileron to work, which it does. If you go this way, aileron goes up and to the right, to the left, aileron goes left, aileron goes down. Like this is right, and the elevator goes up and goes down. And the rudder motor should operate, but it doesn't. And as you can see, all the connection for the rudder and all the connections are done properly. So therein lies the problem. I have no control over the rudder and a rudder motor. And if I flip up, and I can arm, turns green, and lights are on. Excuse me. So the motor will come on. There's no problem with motor, but I have no gyro control with the rudder, so it's very unstable when I try to hover because there's no control over this by the gyro mechanism. Somehow the motherboard is bad because it's not controlling the rudder motor. Even though there's aileron control and elevator control on a horizontal position, there is no control over the rudder motor. Thank you for watching this video and hope that you could help in replacing the motherboard. Thank you. Hi, this is Steve Carmera. I'm describing the problem I am having with the Canadair CL84 unique model. I have a DX9. It's been bound, and I follow the manufacturer's installation caution video to configure this. So here are the steps I'll recreate, and you could see the problem. First of all the wiring has been connected according to manufacturer's installation guide correctly. The board was jittery when I touched it, so I put a light glue on them to glue it down to the board so that there's no jittery connections. And so here we go. According to the installation guide, you connect the battery. Let's see. Let me put it down. I just connected it. And the wing will go down. And I'm supposed to disconnect the battery again. Let's see if I can do that with one hand. No, can't do it. So I disconnected it. Then I put a pin, jumper plug. Like so, and then reconnect the battery. And green lights will flash, indicating that it's ready for calibration. Now, according to the manual, you press 2 down to the 45 degrees down left, and then you'll see that the green light turned red. Okay. Then I let go, disconnect the battery, which I did, and unplug the jumper cable. And then, again, reconnect the battery, which I did. So at this point, the manual has you checking the control surfaces. You can see that when I put the aileron to the right, the aileron goes up, which is correct. And then when I go to the left, the aileron on the right goes down, aileron on the left goes up, which is correct. When you pull down the elevator goes up. And when you go down, it goes down. Okay, now the other one is the tail motor servo, which doesn't work. That's the problem. And I double check and triple check connections. There's nothing wrong with all the wiring, but it doesn't work. But other surfaces work. And then the manual has you switching up the wing. And testing the arming position, which if you control the for 5 seconds this way, the green light will turn red. Was it this way? Oh yeah, okay. So it turned red. Oh, I already had it on. So if I go right, then it goes on. It's on. It goes left, it goes off. So now if I go like this, it's armed. and that means the throttle control is on. So let's do that carefully here. You can see that it's rotating. However, on the field when I do this and try to hover, the craft will move all over the place because there is no rudder control right here. And that's the problem. I cannot hover correctly and stay in one position and be able to take off. So I think the problem is the motherboard not working correctly. Okay. Thank you for watching the video.